Hi guys, EJ here, and welcome to part 4 of my answer videos. Let's get straight into it. So up first we've got Darth Larexa, Tracy, and she asks, who are your top 5 favorite fictional characters from TV or film? And I'd have to say Indiana Jones is number 1, James Bond is number 2, I'd say Han Solo, of course, from Star Wars. Um, Samwise Gamgee from The Lord of the Rings. And I'll also say Gandalf. Those are my two favorite characters in The Lord of the Rings, the books and the movies. What books do you like to read? I'm not a big reader, to be honest. I haven't read that many books. I just don't have time for books as much as I would like, because all my time is spent with film and music. Um, but yeah, I did love the Lord of the Rings books. I read them all, including The Hobbit, right after I saw the first movie. Um, I like the Chronicles of Narnia books. I like fantasy books. Um, so yeah, I'd say those. Those are my favorite type of books to read. Which genre of film would you like to get more into? That's tough too because I pretty much like every genre. If you've seen my collection, it's arranged by genre, and I pretty much have everything covered. But I'd say because of YouTube and a lot of people on here, I'd say definitely more exploitation films and more extreme horror films. Even though it's not really my cup of tea, so to speak, but I would like to check out some more of those because I really haven't seen that much. So thank you, Tracy, for those questions. Up next, from Mercad OJGLB. Hope I said that all right. How many brothers and sisters do you have? I have a younger sister, just one. Um, she's I've talked about her in other videos. So yeah, she's my only sister. Um, can you show us your hair? No, not right now. Not for a while at least. Maybe in the future. It's kind of a mess, to be honest. What is your favorite spot to eat? I don't really go out to eat that much. I mean, I would say stuff like Sizzler or Red Lobster, places like that, but I don't really eat there that often. And I only eat like fast food maybe once every couple weeks. Um, do like Carl's Jr. Uh, and the nearest place here is Burger King, so I eat there sometimes. But yeah, I don't really go out to eat that much. Who do you think is hotter, Amanda Seyfried or Emma Stone? Um, this is a tough because I love redheads, and Emma Stone's a really funny and interesting actress. I've liked her in everything I've seen, starting with Superbad. Um, I liked her in stuff like The Rocker and The House Bunny as well, which she didn't really star in, and she was great in Easy A and Zombieland, of course. But I'd say Amanda Seyfried is hotter. I'm big into blondes. I love blondes, and I've always liked her since I saw her in Mean Girls, and she's got the better rack. But I'll say Emma Stone's probably going to be the better actress. But I like them both a lot. So thank you for those questions. Up next from the Mad Movie Man, DVD you own that you hate the most, but it's so rare that you can't get rid of it. I don't have any DVDs that I hate. I don't buy movies that I don't like. So I'll say the rarest DVD I own is probably two of them, two Criterions. The Killer, John Woo's 1989 film, and Rebecca, Alfred Hitchcock's 1940 film. Those are the two rarest that I own, and I don't hate them, and I would definitely not get rid of them. Okay, up next from Ryan, 57361. What is the movie that made you start getting into movies? Well, when I was a kid, my mom used to take me and my sister to the movies all the time, so I'd always loved movies when I was a kid. But when I moved here, back in '92, like the first 6 or 7 years, I didn't go to the movies much. I was really into music and sports at that point, and but the movie that really made me get into collecting movies and going to the movies all the time was, funnily enough, Star Wars Episode uh, One, The Phantom Menace. Me and some friends went to see it on opening weekend on Saturday night when it came out, and ever since then I've been going to the movies every week, pretty much. That was a movie that really jump started my love for it, I'd say. But even though it's not a great movie and the weakest of the Star Wars films, if you don't include the Clone Wars. But yeah, I'd say that one. But I'd always liked movies when I was a kid, so I just came back around to it later on. When did you start making a Blu-ray collection? Only a few months ago. I bought my first Blu-ray player and my first Blu-ray, which was Toy Story 3. So yeah, that was like in October, November. Yeah, so not that long. Favorite Pixar? The Incredibles. Yeah, that's my favorite Pixar film. Great, fun action movie. I just loved it. Lots of sort of James Bond references, which I really dug. So thank you, Ryan, for those questions. Okay, up next, let me just get to the next page. Up next, from Steelbook Addiction, Javo. What movie do you love but hate to admit? Oh, I love Pearl Harbor, and I'm not afraid to admit it, but sometimes uh, get crap for that one. But I love Pearl Harbor. Um, I thought it was great. I saw it twice in the theater as well, which is one of the few movies that I've done that with. Do you live in a house or apartment? I live in a house. What's the craziest, weirdest thing you did when you were a kid? Oh man, this is embarrassing. Probably run naked through my garden in front of a bunch of people, like my sister and some friends. I ran, I was like naked running around in my garden back when I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, something like that. So thanks, Jarvo, for those questions. Next, some Dirty Harry fan, 88. What's your top 10 Western movies? Well, that's a good one. Western movies. Okay, number one is Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Number two is Stagecoach, 1939, John Ford, John Wayne Weston. Number three, Unforgiven. Number four is Dances with Wolves. Number five is The Wild Bunch. Six, High Noon. Seven, The Searchers. Eight, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Nine is Once Upon a Time in the West. Sergio Leone again. And number 10 is McCabe and Mrs. Miller from 1971, Robert Altman film. So yeah, those are my favorite westerns, and I do like westerns. Your favorite Nicolas Cage movies? The Rock. Love all those action movies he did. Face Off, Con Air, Leaving Las Vegas, that he won an Oscar for. Recent years? Oh, Lord of War, Matchstick Men, um, The Weatherman. He was great in all three of those as well. Nicolas Cage, what else? I haven't seen Drive Angry 3D yet. I'm going to see that this week. What else? Nicolas Cage. Bringing Out the Dead. That's one of the most underrated films that he's been in. Great Martin Scorsese film. So those are some of my favorite Nicolas Cage films. What's your favorite memorable films from your childhood. The Goonies, obviously, that's one. It's like the greatest kids movie ever, and I just love that. Um, Flight of the Navigator and Short Circuit, all those great 80s uh, like sci-fi kid films, Explorers, um, yeah, stuff like that. Those would those are the ones that come to mind. Tarantino versus Rodriguez. Which one do you like better? Um, I'd say Tarantino. I've liked his films overall a little bit more than Robert Rodriguez, but I like them both. Rodriguez has done a lot of really good stuff though lately, especially Sin City. I did like Machete. I don't care for the Spy Kids movies, but like his El Mariachi films are great. Desperado and so on. Uh, Planet Terror, that was actually my favorite from Grindhouse. I like that better than Death Proof. But yeah, I like them both. But yeah, I'd say Tarantino overall. Your favorite Superman and Batman movie? Favorite Superman movie is the first Superman the movie from 1978. Um, but I do like Superman Returns as well, and Superman 2 is great too. Um, 3 and 4 I don't bother with. Favorite Batman movie? I'd say The Dark Knight. Even though I don't think it's perfect, I think it's a very flawed film, but it's the best superhero film in my opinion. But I do love Tim Burton's Batman, the first one, and Batman Begins. So yeah, those would be my favorite. See, I don't know how long I'm going here, but probably pretty long. But I'll do Digital Hellion. Ask the next couple of questions. What movie scared you the most? Um, I'd say The Exorcist. That's one. The Serpent and the Rainbow. I saw that when I was like 11 years old. That scared me a lot when I was a kid. Um, what movie or scene from a movie were you the most disturbed by? Probably the scene in Irreversible when the guy gets his head like bashed in like over and over again in the nightclub. That scene really disturbed me more than the rape scene. There was a scene in a horror film that I saw when I was a kid, and I have no idea what the title is. But it was this girl in like a white dress in this tower, and she kind of gets hacked to death by a pickaxe. It was really bloody, really gruesome. I saw it when I was really young, and I have no idea what movie it's from. So if anybody knows what movie that is, um, let me know because I've been dying to find out what it is. And that's all I remember about it as well. um, and finally, do you like superhero movies? Yes, I do. Dark Knight's my favorite. Watchmen, loved that. Kick Ass was awesome. Not a huge fan of the X-Men films, and Spider Man's okay. Spider Man 2 is the best. I really like Daredevil. I think that's underrated. I really enjoyed the Hellboy films, especially the second one. So yeah, I do like superhero movies. So I'm gonna end it right there because God knows how long this is. And so I'll see you next time for part 5. Thank you for watching, and I'll see ya.